Guys, it's Sarah here with Grassroots Evolution, and today is November 9th. I'm here today to bring you a message for your weekends, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. And what I'm wanting to bring you is that during my meditation time and I have tried to do this reading 3 times, to be honest. 4s have been coming up. So it's time for finding stability within ourselves, taking the time to square anything up, okay? Time to find our own inner strength, and time to really embrace that we are free, to take this time to choose our thoughts, to choose our actions in this world. So knowing that if we're in difficult situations, the quickest way to make ourselves feel better is just to change our mindset about it. We can't control others. We can't control all of the external situations that come into our life, but we can control how we act, okay? And that's where our power is. And a lot of people are a little bit leery to embrace that power because someone has always had power over us or told us that if we are powerful within our own selves, that we're arrogant, that if we love ourselves, we're arrogant and self-conceited. But the problem is that if you've had any kind of codependent behavior or anything in your life where you feel that you're not able to speak your truths, it's because someone has told you, or society as general, that our power is not important and that we don't need to worry about that. But the thing is that our power is so important in our experience in this world. So if we're going through a difficult situation, rather than focusing on the hurt and the heartbreak and the strife and the struggle, take a moment to see the good things in the life, the things that have blessed you, and see those strifes as lessons, and take back your power. You've got power over your words and power over your voice, right? This is important. No one else has that. Nobody else can use your words. Nobody else can change your mind. That's something that you have to do, okay? So what I was definitely guided to say today before I go any further is that this is an 11th month. It's an 11 year, and it is November 11th, and it's an 11th day. And while it's about remembering our fallen soldiers or the people that have helped us fight for our freedom, it's time to honor that freedom. It's time to say, keep my vibrations high. Keep my vibrations positive. Keep my mindset positive, because what I'm manifesting, this is a really important kind of gateway for us to manifest what is of our highest good into form, and that means that we have to be at our best. So this may be a perfect time to take some self-healing regimens, okay? And as well as remind yourself that it is always okay for you to say, you know what, at the end of the day, if things are struggling, take a minute, take a deep breath, say, I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm loved, and I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime and all layers of my entire being to be free. To be free of others' fear and judgments, and I choose of my own power to accept that power, okay? That's what I've got. Before I go on, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to guide and protect this reading, as well as any of you who would ask, and call in my team of light right now, and just remind you that at any point, if you want your guides or Archangel Michael to be in your life, all you have to do is ask. They're here. And if you're feeling you need a little extra protection, you can do what I just did, ask for protection. And if you're having a lot of trouble deflecting maybe the negativity outside of you, one thing I find that helps is sort of imagine yourself in a bubble, and you can put mirrors, these plated mirrors, out of your bubble so that anything negative that's coming towards you just deflects back and you don't even feel it, okay? It may seem silly to you, but I ask you to keep an open mind and an open heart, because our intentions, what we put forth into the world, our mind is so powerful, and we have really... Okay, I'm gonna say maybe now's the time to really use our brain power, use our mind power to serve us, okay? So what I'm gonna do before I bring in the Zombie Tarot is bring a message from Life Oracle, just for what is the overarching energy for anyone who's watching this right now for this weekend, November 9th, 10th, and 11th, 2018, please. So Spirit, one message, please. And these are the messages of Life Oracle. Thank you. Master of my life. I no longer leave my strength in the hands of my ego. I cease to feed my inferior nature, but make room for the divine presence in me. Thus I become the master of my life anew. I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with my own truth. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. And again, this is within us. So, master of my life, owning my own power. On the bottom of the deck is truth. Okay, owning our own power. This also owns our own truth and being willing to walk in our own truth, being a warrior of our own truth. If any of you are my age, I'm 33, but warriors of virtue. There's a movie from a really long time ago, these little, I don't know if they were kangaroos or what they were, but just a side note, but warrior of virtue, okay? Be a warrior in your own truth and your own virtues, and knowing that if they're in love and light and they come from a heart-centered place, own that. That's your power. That's your truth. And nobody's allowed to take that from you unless you allow them to, okay? So, I'm going to use the zombie tarot today and bring you one message for the weekends up ahead. And this could be energy that we're going to feel or some guidance. I just want you to know, though, before I get into this, that these are general. So it may not resonate with your situation. Take the bits that do, disregard the bits that don't, and just remember at the end of the day as well, it's up to you and your own free will and the choices you make on how you implement this guidance, whether or not these kinds of things come into fruition. Okay? So, Spirit, without further ado, can I have one message, please, for anyone watching from the Zombie Tarot for this weekend ahead? Coming into the 11/11 portal. 11/11/11. Thank you. So, we've got the Four of Swords. And this man is resting. Swords are about mental space, and fours are about stability. This man's thinking about past struggles, and fittingly enough, it is a soldier here for Remembrance Day. So he's remembering the wars and the battles that he's had, but he is safe where he is, okay? Now, I am noticing at the bottom, there's like beer or something he's been drinking as well to try and help him kind of calm down. And the other one here is the Two of Hazards, which is about a choice, okay, and a grounded choice. So this is, let's choose our thoughts, okay? Let's make sure that when we're reminiscing, maybe we're taking this time to rest, really build up a square foundation in our minds, and knowing, right, that we have this power to choose how we're going to see the situations. And even if people have hurt us, we have power to let go of that and choose to forgive the hurt. It doesn't mean necessarily that you have to forgive what they did or even trust that person again, but we're no longer going to hold it up in our heart and hold it up in our mind, because if we're going to replay memories, and if they're going to be trouble, every time we replay them, we're bringing ourselves back into that hurt and that nasty space, I guess. Choose to move through it. See the lesson that's coming and choose to move through it, because this is definitely a mental energy. Choosing it. Is there any other messages for those of you watching, or anyone watching, please, Spirit, about this choice? Other messages. There's too many. I'm actually being asked to pull Archangel Gabriel Oracle, so just a moment. We'll see if there's anything else. I don't think so. Nope. Okay. So let's see what Archangel Gabriel has to say. Is there any messages that you have today, Spirit? Thank you. Vulnerability. And this is where you're going to find your power as well. When you're working up in this mental space and you're thinking about things that have gone by and you're resting, be vulnerable to this. Allow yourself to feel what's coming to you and At the end of the day, make those choices, okay? Choose to see your vulnerability as something that's empowering. A lot of times we've felt, maybe some of us, when we're vulnerable and when we're open, that is a place where we can be hurt, okay? But if we are open with ourselves, that's a place where we can heal. I'm going to leave it today right there for you, and I hope that this has resonated with any of you. Just bring light and love to everything, and I'm just being drawn. The bottom of the deck, I'm looking at it here, is the Three of Cups. So this is happiness, and in this particular one, this is romantic love, right? This is a beautiful newlywed couple, perfectly happy. Doesn't matter that she's zombie and she's half eaten away. He's looking at her with such pride, and she's just so joyful. So if we're able to square up our mental space, make choices on how we choose to think and how we choose to act, how we choose to spend our energy, because this is in a grounded space as well. This is what we choose to do in the world. Allow yourself to feel vulnerable, okay? Allow yourself to really embrace that. And if any of you are watching and new, I did a video a while ago called Empowering Vulnerability. That may be something for you to check out if this is something that you're interested in, okay? But knowing that if we can do this and we can make these conscious decisions, happiness and joy come into our life. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'd be happy to have you. And if there's any extra guidance that you would like, I am sort of just getting going here, but if you'd like a particular sign to be read, put it in the comments and I'll do my best to get it done for you. But anyway, thank you for watching, beautiful souls. Love and light and power in yourselves. Okay? Bye, guys.